on the TV. Here is a simple illustration of the factorial design, and this is called a 2 by 2 factorial design. So what do we mean by 2 by 2? This means that we have two levels for each independent variable. So because there are two levels for the gender and then we have the two levels for the depression, therefore it's a 2 by 2 factorial design. So this is how a factorial design looks like. Let us understand what is the level of factorial design. So level represents the subdivision of a factor, and by factor we means the independent variable. So while we have the different independent variables, so we see how many subdivisions we can assign to each of the independent variable or the factor. So the subdivision of the independent variable will be called the level. So let us understand the level from this diagram. So here we have the factor which is the gender here, and the gender has two levels. One is male and the second is female. So these are the two levels for the gender. And here we can see the two types of groups. One is the group in which we have the depression reported, and the second in which we don't have the depression. So this is one level and this is the second level. If we look at the second example, the effect of type of instruction on student performance in general and special schools. So we can see that one independent variable is the type of instruction and the second is the type of schools. So for the type of instruction, if we take three types of instruction in our study, for example, the lecture method, the demonstration method, or the inquiry method, therefore we have three subdivision for the type of instruction, and therefore it has three levels. For this type of schools, if we take two schools, for example, the general school and the special schools, so we have two types or two divisions for the school, therefore we have two levels for the type of schools. So how can we write the factorial design for this? So it will be called a 3 by 2 factorial design. However, we can also write it as 2 by 3 factorial design, which means we just have to change the rows and columns for 2 by 3 factorial design.